to the very first episode of season 2 of The Conversation. The Conversation brought to you by our sponsor, USAA. Thank you so Yes. Thank you so very much, USAA, for helping us bring the conversation this year. Are y'all ready to get started?
I'm ready.
Ready. We ready. Come on, y'all. Come on. Well, I am Sybil, your host here at Millspouse Conversations, and we have our conversation starter, Grace, joining us today, Anna, and Nashida. Give it up. And yo, today we're going to talk a little bit about word of the year. How many of you, tell us in the comments, how many of you set New Year's resolutions? Look, I don't set New Year's resolutions anymore because I break them every single year. The struggle is real, y'all. The struggle is real. But hey, yo, I don't feel so bad because 64% of people abandon their New Year resolution by the end of the month. So they set it January 1st and they have completely abandoned it by the 31st. So,
wow.
Right? So why set them? Why? Well, this episode, we're going to talk to you about our power word. Now, why do I call it power word versus word of the year? It's because when you think of your power word, I'm like, it gives you power. Beam up. You're strong. I know, y'all like, oh, Lord, she is still wild and free as ever. But your word of the year or your power word is what you are going to be versus what you want to be. When you have your resolutions, it's things that you want to do, right? And it feels like a chore for me anyway. It feels like a chore. I'm just going through the list, checking things off. And it's like, oh, I want to get fit. I want to tone up. Okay, so that means I have to go to the gym. That means I have to eat right. And I'm going through the list doing that every day. Bump that crap. That's why so many of them fail. That's why people's New Year's resolutions fail, because it feels like a chore. Nobody want to do chores. I don't want to do no chore. So we're going to talk about our power word. And we're going to, we want you to share your power word. You can put it in the comments or share it on your social and tag us at Millspouse Conversations. We want to know because we like to know all the tea, okay? Look, we're a little nosy. No, we ain't nosy. We're just concerned. So tell us your power word and tag us, and we'll come along and cheer you on this year. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start with Miss Grace. Now, in the video, y'all saw some words that came up on the screen, right? In the little talk bubbles. What do you think Grace's power word is? Do you have a guess, anyone? A guess? Let me check the comments. Oh, wait a minute. We have a question. Why are men? Hey, we have some men coming on. Don't worry. All right. So, anyone want to take a guess what Grace's power word for the year is? Okay. You want to tell us, Grace?
I'll tell y'all. So my power word for the year is achieve. Let me tell you, I am the queen of to-do lists. And when I say that, I mean writing them. I mean making them up. Now, the achieving part of that, not so much. I can write a million things out on my to-do list, and I can probably knock out 2 or 3, maybe 5 on a really, really, really good day. So my word is achieve, and that's everything big and small. That's doing my laundry, and that means wash, dry, and fold. And that means big goals, big achievements, such as starting my business. And having that word is also my mantra, right? I want to achieve in the year. I want to feel like I've achieved. It's a mental thing. It's physically, I physically did things. It's a well rounded word for myself this year that I feel like no matter how big or small the achievement is, I completed something, right? I achieved it. I did it. I stuck to my word. And I love the idea of power words for the whole year because we get stuck on these resolutions and we're like, oh, day one, I messed up. All right, now I got to start over. Day five, I messed up. Oh, now I got to start over, right? But if your goal is for the whole year on just one word, you have 365 days to achieve that. And it doesn't matter if you do it on day one or day 365, right? You did it. And so that's where I'm coming from with my word achieve. I hope and pray that everything falls in line. And honestly, we're in what, day 6 of 2022, and I've achieved a lot already. I was so excited about my power word that I got down to business pretty quickly. So I'm excited, and I'm very curious of what our viewers' words are. I always see so many new words after I pick my word, and I'm like, dang, that was a good word. I should have done that. And I'm like, next year, right? So drop those words or tag us. I really want to see. I'm very, very curious.
And I love that you said, no matter how big or small, because I think we get so hung up on those big goals that
Mm-hmm.
we forget that we have to take baby steps. Yo, you got to
Mm-hmm.
crawl before you walk, yo.
Yep,
You got to walk before you
absolutely.
run. And I love that. Now, I do want to ask you about that laundry. Um, Look, you said wash, dry, and fold.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Oh,
big one. I mean, I could wash them and they could sit in my washer and I could wash them like 3 different times. But washing, drying, and folding is the real achievement for me in my house because I got piles on piles. I bought this super cute couch in my house and I don't use it because it got clothes on it. So I'm going to achieve my goal of putting my laundry away so I can enjoy my couch. It's little things like that, right? One step gets to another one and it just grows from there.
yes, yes. I love that word,
Thank you.
achieve.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Well, next, my word, it's focus. Mm, Lord. Focus. Woo, woo. So for me, it is staying in my lane. Stay in your lane, Sybil. Don't be looking to the left or to the right because you're like, hey, okay. Now you over here doing something else. And and I'm not achieving
Yeah.
my goal because I have lost focus.
Mhm.
I am the person who I'm over here working. I know what my purpose is and what my vision is, but I lose focus because I look over here to the right. Oh, now let me go over here and do something else.
Mhm.
So when you were talking about the laundry, Grace, I got to focus on my laundry because I am that person who
Mhm.
will start their laundry. Oh, now let me go clean the bathroom.
Mhm.
No, focus on the task at hand. So it's also for me with focusing on my family because I get so sidetracked with everything else that's outside of my home, everything else that is outside of my business, and everything else that is outside of my goals and dreams. And so I'm like, 2022, girl, you got to focus. You know your purpose, focus. Stay in your lane. Don't be driving.
Yeah.
Focus is kind of a two-part for me because, as some of you know, all the conversation starters know this, but as for our viewers, if you don't know this, I did talk about this last year. I had a stroke in April. Yeah, April 21 at my husband's farewell. It's not funny, but If you knew me, you know my personality, you'd be like, dang, Sybil, you just couldn't let the man have the spotlight for one night. You had to take the spotlight. Like, come on, girl. But I'm doing well, as you guys can see. I was completely out, but I am doing well. But along with that, and with the healing of the brain, I do lose track of things. There's a disconnect sometimes with the brain and the left side, especially the left hand when I get really tired. And I find myself, my husband tells me all the time, and my girls all the time, hey, focus, mommy, focus, focus. Because they can tell, because I start dropping stuff. And because there's a disconnect. It's like there's a shut off. So I have had to retrain myself. And I say retrain myself. Actually, I won't say retrain, train myself to do a lot more focusing, a lot of eye contact to make that connection that there's something there in that left hand. Otherwise, y'all, it's a hot mess. Yeah. When things are broken in the house, who did it? And they're all like, mommy. But that also goes with multitasking. I don't multitask like I used to. I just don't have the brain space to do so. And I'm all over the place. So focus is my word from sun up to sundown. And it covers a lot of different areas of my life. So that's my word.
I love that. I feel like if you focus, you can achieve. Our words kind of go together. I love it.
Yes. Because we are power.
Yes, girl.
Next up is Miss Nishida. And look, I can't wait for her to unpack her word.
I want that explanation. I want to see what's behind that word.
Y'all ready for me to show it?
Show it.
Messy.
I'm gonna be messy this year, y'all.
I have achieved that word. That is for sure.
So I guess that I would say I've spent the last 20 years focusing and achieving, and it's been messy. That's what I would say. It's been messy. Like, life is messy. And we all try to put it into these neat little compartments. We watch curated videos on Instagram. These people in these perfect kitchens and perfect living rooms. We watch home decor shows like Fixer Upper and all these kind of shows where it's like they have the perfect everything. And life is not like that for real. Not for 99.99% of us. Life is not like that. Life is like, what the hell? That's what life be like. You plan it, you curate it, and it always ends up being messy. And it's not anything like you thought of in your head. Your head is this, oh yes, bam, bam, bam. And it just turns out to boom, boom, boom. And you're like, oh, okay. And we get on ourselves for that, but it's not our fault. Life is messy. It's not a simple thing. Everything about life is messy. I mean, just think, if you go in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? Just starting with the fundamentals. Life is messy. From birth to death, life is messy. Nobody ever had a pristine birth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, from the womb, it's messy. And we try so hard to make it perfect and clean and neat and sanitized, and it's just not. And so after 20 years of trying so hard to make it that way, I just decided, it's messy, I'm messy, so what? I mean, I'm not against cleaning, but I will say this simple, that I do start the laundry. I only got one washing machine. I'm not going to sit there and wait for it to wash. Like, I go do other stuff. I do go do other stuff, and then I come back, I can't wait for it to dry. Like, I used to think, oh, I'm so lucky. I have a washing machine and dryer. My grandmother used to go to the laundromat. But the more I think about it, I'm like, wait a minute, she had like 4 washers. And she had a whole bank of washers and dryers. I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I should start going back to the laundromat because I have more washing machines. Just it would cut the time. you wait 20 minutes for all 4 loads to wash, then you wait 20 minutes for all 4 loads to dry, then you fold them. See, boom. But that's messy, right?
Life hack.
I'm going to the laundromat tomorrow.
Aw.
I'm not gonna lie. I do go to. Nobody knows this, but I pack up the stuff every so often because I let the laundry go sometimes, and I'll be like, and I do. I secretly pack all that stuff up and take it because it's messy. See what I mean? Life is not perfect. It's just not. And so I'm like, let me just give in to this, because I'm doing a lot this year, and I don't want to get bogged down with too much perfection. I guess I've been a perfectionist in my life, and now I just want to let that go. Like, I just want to shed that perfectionism and just say, you know what? Who cares if it was a little messy? Who cares if it was just a little undone? It got done, and it was great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to just live. You want
Yeah.
to live.
Yes. And stop worrying so much about, because a lot of that comes from what we think other people house every Tuesday and it looks great, but then like from Wednesday to the next Monday is awful in there, but you didn't know you'll live there.
Right.
Or you think you watching TV and that's a set, so they leave the set and go to their messy trailer for one. Like, or their messy studio room or whatever. Like sometimes I see videos and I'm like, wow, these people really have it together. And then they show their actual house and you're like, dang, your bathroom look like crazy right now. Like, how many makeup containers you got in there? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like they're just living their life, behind the scenes. So a lot of us we're basing our lives on what's in front of the camera, but we're not really taking into account the behind the scenes that people went through, got through, are going through to show you that picture. And it's messy.
Mm-hmm.
I love
So,
that. That's awesome. I
Mhm.
feel like
So,
that
yeah.
brings so much freedom to your life.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I
That's a
say
lot
all the
more.
time, we all clean up well.
Right.
We can clean up and be whomever you want us to be. Or,
You
you
can show
coming
up as
over for
whoever you
lunch?
want.
Cool. Let me clean my house for you. Actually, I'm not. Come on
Let me
in.
throw all this stuff in the closet.
Move
Yeah.
that laundry over.
Mhm.
Oh, you have a problem with it? Then help me fold it. Come on.
Yeah. Plus, messy is kind of fun, right? We all have
Yeah.
messy friends. They get on your nerves. You're like, girl, you messy. You always, but they the funnest friends, right? You just gotta be careful what you tell. They're messy, but it's like, I don't know. I just think it's too hard to always try to be perfect. It's just too hard. It's not. And you have to control too much. You're trying to control yourself. You're trying to control other people. You kind of, you know what I mean? Because you cannot control the people in your house. You could try all you want to have the best, most pristine house. And if you got some messy people in there, they're not going to change for you. They're going to be like, well, you could keep cleaning this 500 times a day. I'm going to keep putting it back right where it was at.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's just letting people live too. I think that's a part of it too. Letting other people live like their life, even when it's messy. Like, you a hot mess over there, but you know what? Live your hot mess life. Live your best hot mess life. You know what I mean? Like, so that's my vibe this year. It's just like, you know what? It's like Kyle has said in the comments, if you don't care, I don't care. Like if you fine with it, me too. And same for me. Don't come for me. You stay over there in your lane, and I'll stay over here in mine. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm not just gonna lose that air of perfectionism overnight. That neuroticism is not just gonna poof and be gone. But just being able to be like, okay, let me live.
Look, girl, I'll tell you, hey, calm down. Sit down.
Sit your butt down somewhere. Also, could you do this? Sit down. Also, stand up. Okay, so that's my messiness that's the backstage of my work. Being messy this year.
Yeah, because look, I was a little nervous. I was like, oh, what's
What do you think I was gonna say?
Girl, I didn't know. I didn't know. I was like, oh wait, what?
I'm gonna be starting stuff all over the place. That's what I'm gonna be starting mess everywhere. No.
So Anna. Oh, wait a minute. For Anna. Me.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, wait a minute. No, we gotta do happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Anna. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Anna.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
It's awesome being 29.
I know, right? I'm 25 for the next decade. So every decade I say that. Every year I have a birthday. I'm 25 for the next decade.
So
It's awesome.
this was not planned at all, Nashida. I swear I forgot your word before we got on, but this is the book that I've been carrying around in my purse because we got it as a gift from our church on Christmas. So, and what makes it better, I've only had this book since Christmas Eve, and I don't know if you can see, but look at that. Our new puppy got a hold of it and chewed it. It's chewed like all over, and I just thought that was so appropriate. Anyway, I had to share that with you. And then my laundry hack is you have to fold the clothes as you're taking them out of the laundry, out of the dryer.
That's
You got to
what
fold them
I
then.
just told Sybil, and she told me basically I was a psychopath. Like, who does that? She said.
I used to do that until
You
my
gotta
toddler
fold
started
when they
throwing it on the
come out.
floor.
Wait, what?
Ain't nobody
Yeah,
got time
do
for
it
that.
that.
What'd you say, Grace? What'd you say, Grace?
Oh, I
Hey,
said
do you
I
have
used to
time
do
to
that,
put it
and
in the
now my
laundry
toddler
basket?
throws them
Let
on
it
the
sit
floor.
there, get wrinkled, and then fold them later. Yeah, do it as it comes out. But anyway, so my battery's dying on my phone because my life is messy. Let me tell you, I'm here at my son's BMX night. I've got my phone. It's losing battery. I'm in the middle of nowhere, but I'm here and I'm on it. So better messy in here than I guess not here and, perfect.
Hey, that's how we got. Look. Meal Spots Conversations, y'all, we are real. Okay, we are real and we are messy.
Yes.
Messy because we are
I'm
real.
a hot mess.
Hey.
So if I disappear, it's because my battery died. And I can't find my charger. I think my kids took my charger. But anyway, so slide my word up on there. Do you have my word?
Yes, I'm like, let's go ahead and get to your word then, girl. Because look, I really want you to unpack your word because, honey, I think you need to for real.
Yes, because last year I was because I felt like I was making a lot of promises or wanted to do a lot of things and I wasn't getting it done. And I realized there's just too much going on. I need to simplify. And so I'm going to use the word simplify in everything that I do this year. So if I'm going to say yes or no to something, or if I'm going to get into an activity, I'm going to say, I'm going to keep that word in mind. Like, how can I simplify it? Is it simple enough? Is this too confusing? Is it unnecessarily, crazy or whatever? How can I simplify this whole process? So that's the word I'm going to think of in everything that I do this year. Like my laundry. So I kept it simple. I kept it simple there for you, like how I did that.
Like, oh, that was simple.
That's it.
It's starting already.
Yeah,
Look,
there
I
you
was
go.
like, wait a minute, I was waiting for more.
I was thinking I could go really in depth, but you know what? I'm just going to keep it simple and let y'all figure it out. Take it from there.
No, love it, Anna. And the one thing that you said about like your schedule, right? Simplifying your life, because I think we We just like to keep piling.
Yes, for guilt, whether it's guilt or, feeling that need to do it for whatever reason, to please others, to please yourself, and it's too much and it turns into exhaustion. And then my brain doesn't function, when I've got all that piled on. So,
Wait a minute, Anna, look, I have some. No, I'm not going to ask you. We've talked about this before offline. Never mind. He doesn't remember. You remember we had that conversation before about just the brain?
Yeah.
The fatigue and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. We'll talk about that during the social hour.
Yeah,
we'll
sounds
have that
good.
conversation during the social hour.
Yes.
So Kyle in the comments said,
go ahead.
Kyle in the comments, he said, first his word was free drama. I told him those was 2 words. And then I was like, maybe no drama. But he said, like he had said, if you don't care, I don't care. I feel that. Like that's strong in me right now. Like it's, oh, you don't care, I don't care. And then his last word was nope.
Nope.
And I was like, that's a great word because it's so much better than no. It's more profound. It's like nope. Like you really ain't getting that.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it. Like no. And he mentioned,
did Anna leave?
I think so.
I'm
not sure. She might have stepped off for a second.
I think
that he washed his own clothes, but he didn't mention how. But see, you don't be see. I told you, Sybil, dry them as they come out.
Fold them as they come out.
Yeah, fold them. Sorry about that.
My husband does that. My husband washes his own clothes because he doesn't like the way I wash.
This is what Kyle said. He washes his own clothes.
And he's like, I fold them when they come out. They need to be nice and warm. And I thought, well, that's what you do.
Yes, I will put my clothes back in the dryer and put them on the wrinkle-free thing just to make them back warm. I can't stand folding cold clothes. Like I don't like it. You fold clothes because they're all wrinkly. It's hard to get those wrinkles out. Then you gotta iron them. I don't know. I don't like wrinkles. You wear wrinkly clothes?
No, I iron them.
But isn't that an extra step if you just the dryer dries them and they're hot?
But when I iron them, they're warm when I put them on.
Why do that extra thing though?
Yeah, they're clean. They've been washed, dried, folded, put away. And then,
I know, but like, what if you just want to grab your shirt and go?
Oh, well, that's different. Then yeah, I just take it out the dryer, shake it out, put it on.
You put it back in the dryer?
No, I iron.
I iron too, but I mean that doesn't mean I like it.
Okay, well look, that's a whole nother discussion. Look, we could talk about ironing during the social hour, which we are back on our social hours as well. Now, because y'all ask, I listen. Good. Y'all see my face? So we're going to do Thursday, January 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is our standard setup time on the fourth Thursday. Actually, we were doing them on the second Thursday. We moved them to the fourth Thursday. But we're going to also add a Saturday morning, y'all. Woo! Saturday morning. It's going to be conversations and coffee. That's going to be 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, y'all. I am not going to be focused. And I'm going to be messy. Okay? Yeah, don't be looking like that.
6 in the morning.
On
a Saturday.
On a Saturday. But we're also going to bring one during the week, during the daytime. And right now I have it penciled in as I don't know why I have June 18th written down, but I think that's supposed to say January 18th at about 9:30 Pacific time. All of those events, all of those social hours will be on our website beginning tomorrow. I know y'all like, Sybil, you should have had that up already. Yeah. Look, I was not focused. I was not achieving. I was being messy and I was not simplifying nothing. I was being a hot doggone mess over here. A hot doggone mess. But tell us what your power word is for 2022. Drop them in the comments. Put them on social. Tag us at Millspouse Conversations. Whatever social platform you're on, add it, because we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Look, I just did a video today dropping the Sipster off. Did y'all see that? Man, I was rolling. Them cops were behind me. I had to drop it because the Sipster was not coming today. She be out of pocket, y'all. Out of pocket for no reason. Like, so I had to drop her off at the airport. She had to go home, and I was rushing to get back so I can be on the show on time. Them cops were on me. They didn't get me though. They didn't get me. But anywho, follow us on all of the social media platforms. And I want to give a shout out again to USAA for sponsoring this season of The Conversation. So if you are not following USAA, if you have any questions about any of their products, go to their website, usaa.com. Actually, go to our website at millspouseconversations.com, and their logo is right there. Click on it. Go learn all about the great products that they have and their support of the military community. So yes, thank you guys for tuning in. We will be here again not next week. Oh, focus, Sybil. Focus. Focus. We will be back on the third Thursday, which is the 20th. Same time, same place. And hey, yo, real quick. If y'all have something y'all want us to talk about, let us know. We'll talk about it. We ain't scared.
Give us some good ones. Let's have some real talk.
Yes, some real talk. Be sure to follow us on social at Millspouse Conversations, and you can always send me a message right there of the topics you want to hear about. Because if you want to hear about it, we sure in the heck will talk about it. Again, we ain't scared. All right, have a good night. And make 2022 fabulous. And let's get convolicious, baby. Say good night, y'all.
Good night.
Bye, y'all.
Good night, y'all.
Bye.